All right, today we're going to tackle a skill that can instantly, and I mean instantly, upgrade your writing. We're diving deep into the world of transitional devices to help you really master your flow. Let's jump right in. So, let me ask you something. Have you ever written something, you read it back to yourself, and it just sounds, I don't know, choppy? Like the ideas are all there, but they just don't connect? Trust me, it's a super common frustration.
Right? Like, check this out. I studied hard, I failed the test, I was sad. I mean, sure, each sentence makes sense on its own, but put them together and it sounds kind of robotic, doesn't it? There's no flow, no clear relationship between the thoughts. We can do so much better than that.
So how do we fix that choppiness? How do we get from clunky to smooth? Well, the secret is all about building bridges between your ideas. And the tools we use to build those bridges, yep, they're called transitions. So what exactly are these things? Simply put, transitional devices are just words or phrases that link your thoughts together. Think of them like the glue for your writing. They hold your sentences and paragraphs together, creating a smooth, logical path for anyone who's reading your work. And wow, you can see the impact immediately. Look at the left. She was tired, she continued working. It's fine, it gets the point across. But now look at the right. By adding just one single word, however, the whole sentence gets this new layer of meaning and a really clear sense of contrast. It's a night and day difference, isn't it? Okay, so you've seen how powerful these little words can be. Now it's time to build your very own transitional toolkit. I'm going to walk you through the main categories so you know exactly which tool to grab for pretty much any writing situation you find yourself in. We're basically going to focus on four main types. You've got transitions for addition, for contrast, for cause and effect, and for sequence. You can think of this as your go-to cheat sheet for creating amazing flow. Okay, first up is addition. These are the words you pull out when you want to stack similar ideas or just add more information. So instead of just listing facts, a word like moreover is basically telling your reader, hey, hold on, here's another point that totally supports what I just said. It adds weight and creates a stronger connection. Next up, we've got contrast. This one is perfect for when you need to pivot or introduce an opposing idea. That one little word, however, is such a powerful signal. It tells your reader to get ready for a sharp turn, creating this really interesting and logical tension between two ideas. All right, now let's talk about cause and effect. These words are all about pure logic. They connect an action directly to its outcome. He didn't study, and the result, therefore, he failed. See, it just connects the dots for your reader, plain and simple. And last but not least, we have sequence. These are your organizational buddies. They guide your reader through steps, or a process, or a timeline. You know, just like we're doing right here on this slide. First, you do this, then you do that. It creates a simple, super easy to follow order. Okay, so we've got the tools. Now let's put this all together with a really powerful mental model that's going to help you remember exactly how these things work. It's all about becoming a director for the flow of your ideas. I absolutely love this analogy. Think of your writing like a busy intersection. Without traffic signals, without your transitions, it's just chaos. Your ideas are crashing into each other and everything's a big confusing mess. But as soon as you add those signals, those howevers and therefores, you're directing the traffic and everything starts to move smoothly and clearly. So we know the how, but let's talk about the why. You know, why should you even care about mastering this stuff? Because the benefits, they go way beyond just sounding a little bit better on the page. Because the rewards here are super tangible. You'll make your ideas crystal clear, which is absolutely essential if you're trying to explain something or persuade someone. This can lead directly to higher scores on essays and exams, and it helps you sound so much more polished and professional in work emails and reports. Honestly, it's a total power-up for your real-world communication. Okay, but before you run off and start using these everywhere, a quick but really important warning. Like any powerful tool, you gotta use it wisely. Please don't just sprinkle transition words everywhere for the sake of it. Overusing them can actually make your writing sound clunky and even more confusing. The goal here is to sound smooth and natural, not robotic. So really, what's the big takeaway? Mastering transitions is genuinely one of the fastest and most effective ways to elevate your writing. So now it's your turn to give it a try. Think of two separate ideas you want to connect. How would you use a word like however or therefore to build that perfect bridge between them? Go on, give it a shot.